Come this Sunday will be the FA Cup final between Southampton Rangers and...
Cool, retake number one.
No, because I was going to say something else, right? Okay, all right. No more jokes, all right. 3, 2, and 1. Well, this coming Sunday will be the FA Cup final between Robin Hood, who are in the Premier Division, and Southampton Rangers, who are in the First Division. Obviously, everyone around would think that Robin Hood are the favourites going into the match. So we'll start off with Lejean Simmons, captain of Robin Hood. It's going to be a test for you. Obviously, you guys watch Rangers play on Sunday, but sum up your season thus far and going into Sunday's match.
I would say in all, it was a successful season, but it's unfortunate we came 3 points short of PHC. But we started to hit peak at the right time, and coming into the game Sundays, I feel it's an advantage for us. But we can't sleep on Rangers. They had an unlucky season. They're still undefeated. So you know what I mean. We know what they're coming with. And that's about it.
Ezekiel, you guys have been undefeated this season, but the pressure of being undefeated, wanting to be undefeated, does that add more pressure to this particular cup final?
Not at all. Everybody sort of looks at us as a First Division team, and we're pretty much looking to use that in our favor. So far, we've gone through a host of Premier Division teams, and it's just another game to us. As long as we stick to our game, I don't think we'll have too many problems.
How much of Sunday's win over BAA 4-2 would give you the confidence knowing that Robin Hood have goal scorers as well, but you're going to have to stop them?
Well, our coach Jomar actually always told us, defense wins championships. And with our 3, 4, 5, however we switch it up on the day, however it turns out, we've always been pretty solid. Only BAA, who have, a very experienced defense, have a better defense than us in the First Division. So I have a lot of faith in that. The issue is for us is just getting the goals in the back of the net.
Now, you guys, like you say, hit form second half of the season, went on a run. Unfortunately, you came up short. But watching Southampton Rangers play on Sunday, what did you guys take from that match?
Really, I was just looking at a lot of the key players that can change the game for them. You know what I mean? They have a lot of game changers, as with Dante Brangman, Ezekiel, Corder Maynard. So those are the players that we really have to watch out for. But same way, we just have to stick to our game plan and not pay attention to what the opposition is gonna put out that day.
Now, you guys have played at the stadium more recently than Rangers. How do the conditions suit your style of play? Because obviously there's always a breeze, the pitch is fast.
Yeah, there's always a breeze, and everyone knows how Robin Hood is, you know what I mean? They know how we play, and they know the pacey front runners we have. So it's an advantage for both sides because they have good front runners as well, you know what I mean? And they have a good midfield, and the midfield, I feel, has been key to their season as well.
Now, you guys have in your arsenal one of their former players who lifted the league trophy last year. How fitting would it be that he lifts the FA Cup trophy against his old team?
I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about Dante Brangman, and he's always been a Ranger. So we always knew it was just a short-term thing, no matter where he went. His heart's really at Rangers, so I think it'll work a lot in his favor, in our favor, if that happened.
Now, you know your team. You guys have been together all season, but how much pressure do you put on each other? Because there was a period of time on Sunday, it seemed as if it was coming unstuck when you guys find yourselves down 2-1, but then you got it back on track. How does that affect the team?
Well, team chemistry, we've been together. Well, even though it's our first time together, we've had a lot of new signings this year. But coming from preseason starting all the way in June, July, we've spent a whole lot of time together, and we sort of understand how each other sort of interacts, and then how Jomar sort of sets up training sessions. He'll just be free and he'll be like, who wants to train now? So we'll end up having 4 sessions in a week that we probably don't need, but for that reason we spend a lot of time with each other, and we have a lot of team building aspects as well outside of that. So we sort of understand how everybody works. So when things go down, we know that it's going to get better. You just got to get through the rough time.
Now I'm going to ask you guys reverse questions about coaching tactics. I'm going to ask you, what do you think Jomar will do to try and counteract what you guys are going to do? And I'm going to ask you, what do you think John Barry will do? So I'll start with you.
I think Jomar is a very technical coach. He's a smart coach. You know what I mean? He's one coach of the year, I think once or twice. So he knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? And I think he's really going to just try to limit the space for us and things like that, so we don't get on the ball as much, or we don't give the defense too much problems. But I can't really say what he's going to have up his sleeve. You know what I mean? That's all up unto the coach on that day.
And for you, for JB?
I think he's probably, as Lejean stated before, I think they're going to probably clog the midfield and attack our wings, because out of our whole makeup of our team, like you said, the strength is in the middle. If you can get the middle one done, then everything will sort of fall away. But nobody's been able to do that, unfortunately. So lucky us.
Now, both of you guys have been scoring goals of regular. Do you think it will come down to one of you two deciding the game?
I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter who scores on that day. You know what I mean? And I'm just hoping anyone. If chance falls to me, then I'll be happy to take it.
Now, because you're considered favorites, as the game goes on and no one scored, do you guys feel, is it added pressure to that, and do you feel more relaxed?
I wouldn't say it's added pressure, because we was favorites all season. We was going into the league as champions, so it was already pressure on our backs. But we take games, cup games especially, as if we can't win in 90 minutes, then we're not losing 2 points. We have another 30 minutes left. So it wouldn't be no added pressure. We wouldn't start to panic. We just regroup and figure out a way to unlock the defense.
Now, you guys have scored in several games this year. I think you've had a couple of 0-0 draws, but do you always have confidence in the fact that you guys will eventually score in a game?
Yes, 100%. 100%. There's no doubt about it. We will score eventually. It's just a matter of how many missed chances will it take. But it will happen eventually.
Are you looking to get off the block early, get an early start, a early good goal?
Definitely. Definitely try to get in there as quick as we can, sort of ruffle the fellas a little bit, and then sort of just let the game go from there.
How much would winning this cup satisfy Southampton Rangers for the season, having not lost but not been promoted?
Immensely. It'll be a big tick on everybody's box, and I think that'll be key to keeping a lot of our players and to encourage more players and to grow our youth program and everything else, and sort of get Rangers out of that stigma that, were just sort of lackadaisy, troublemakers, partiers. So it all starts with one step. So this will be a good step.
Sum up the FA Cup final in one word.
Intense.
And you?
Respect.
All right. Well, gentlemen, good luck come Sunday. All the best. We'll see you after the final.
Yes.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Go.